Okay. There's Twitch. There's YouTube. There's a spare empty tab of Chrome, so if I need it, I've got it. And there's everything. Just 20 minutes late. Good. That doesn't bother me. What are you talking about? Jeez. Hello, Rand. Hello, AI. How are you both doing tonight? Yeah, my day was pretty good until I started getting the stream set up, and everything just kinda started breaking. That I do, killers. But I'm aware of this. That's why the title literally points that out. I use it a lot. Also, I forgot to do the spins, which is great, because that means this is gonna... Just gonna do some spins. I mean, I use Voomy a lot because it's a reference to a comic, and I just like the... There's a frowny face on the ground there, right in front of my feet. Frowny face. Okay, that's working. Left to right's working. I use it a lot because it's a reference to a comic that I found entirely adorable, so I use it. Also, geez, the camera looks dark. Okay, that is definitely helping. My lamp. It depends on what it is. I looked earlier and I already forget. And I wasn't paying attention to the news either. Yeah, arguing about smallest things is... It happens. And no. No, I'm not doing League. Sorry to say, but that is not happening. I am already kind of annoyed. I don't need Clam Blitz, too. So... I'm gonna use an H3. Like, for reference as to what I was just dealing with. To try and get this stream to even be the stream. Just all the ink saver, because why not? Basically, I was trying to move everything into standard OBS. The webcam wasn't working for whatever reason. It was just refusing to show up. Then I got it to start showing up, but then the Elgato decided it wanted to have the same resolution as the webcam, which doesn't work. The webcam is a square resolution, and, well, the Elgato isn't. It doesn't fit if it's square. So, that didn't work. So, also, in the attempt of getting the webcam to work, I attempted to unplug it and accidentally unplugged my keyboard. Doesn't sound like it'd be an issue, but plugging the keyboard back in, the keyboard didn't work. So I had to restart the computer so the webcam would work. So hello, Justin. Then, you know, I got the webcam working, but the Elgato was still in a weird resolution. And like, from there, I just gave up on getting standard OBS working. I'm gonna fight with it tomorrow. I just did not have enough time. Then I fired up Streamlabs. The Elgato was still in its square resolution. And I was troubleshooting that when I made my post on Discord saying that I was still troubleshooting things and there may not be a stream because if it was still square, I literally couldn't do it. Also, at that point, the webcam had stopped working again. Then I got the webcam working again, but it was incredibly laggy. As in, it was one frame every about 2 seconds kind of laggy. And that is not... it may as well not be working. From there, I managed to get the Elgato back at its proper resolution, but the webcam still wasn't working. I needed to change what USB port it was in. That was the only thing I could find. And now that I've done that, the webcam's working, the Elgato's working, everything's working. Nothing should have been broken in the first place, but everything's working again. And that is why, at times, I utterly hate technology. It's so unreliable. Something that works one day will just utterly fail to work the next. Like, it makes no sense to me. If something works, it should just work until something actually breaks it. Not just, it feels like not working today. So bad at this. I'm not a good H3. Well, I killed the sniper. Hey, kill sound. That's what I need. Ow. More of that, please. More kill sound. I legitimately just kind of threw on the Song of Healing for a bit, just to calm myself down. Because that is such a calming song. Luna Blaster's blaster, yes. Yeah, it is a blaster. I said it weird. There, I heard it weird. Fair enough, AI. Ow. I almost feel like I should just use weapons I'm good with for a little bit, just to rack up some wins and feel a bit better. But I'd probably feel worse because then I'm using weapons I'm good with, and Turf War isn't ready for that. Ow. I couldn't really see them through the name. They were using the name of their friend, their dead friend, as cover. Heartless splatter shot. I should have also made some tea, but instead I made coffee. Yeah, that charger was really good or really suspicious, or a mix of both. I'm leaning more towards just the very good side of things. Yeah, I'll use some dualies. Spin my chair. I don't have much room here. I also have a lot of husky hair just on the bottom of my socks. I just put these on today, and they're already covered in hair. That is the struggle of having a husky. The blue snowball is definitely money well spent. And in your case, the USB cord will also be. My capture device just came with one of those, but you know. It was Elgato. I still love the fact that I could probably, like, clean the dust off of it, because it's a little dusty at this point, but repackage my Elgato, because I still have all the original stuff, and resell it, and make, like, twice the amount of money I paid for it for, but I wouldn't be able to afford another Elgato, so I wouldn't want to do that. I would only do that if I actually gave up on streaming and such, which I don't think I'll ever do. Hello, Mar. She was here, like... She was here during the trucking stream. At least I think it was that one. That was the last stream she was here for. Putting some of the husky hair in the garbage. Spooky. I still don't know what I'm gonna do for Halloween. Because I want to do a horror game. Or at least a parody horror game. But I don't know what one, because I do have a fair few options. Basically, Mar, it decided that it wanted to be a square resolution, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I mean, I could AI, but I have other games that are ahead of that in the queue. Like, Red has given me, Don't Starve Together and wants me to do a stream on it. And I've already told him I'm going to. So, I think it was... I forget what the last stream was she was here for. Yes, I've actually asked a fair few times what you guys would like to see. I usually do it on Discord. So, it's never been terribly often, but like if you guys have any suggestions for games to stream, go ahead. I will feel bad if I do them before Don't Starve, but when it comes to say like if you have like a horror game suggestion, just suggest it. Because I'm looking for a horror game currently. Main problem with getting to Don't Starve is Red wants me to do it on a weekend so that he'll be sure to have time to actually watch it or play with me or however he wants to do it. So I might actually be able to get to that first. I honestly, for streaming it, I'm a little cautious of one of its tags AI. I mean, on Steam, it is tagged with sexual content. So I'd be a little cautious streaming that. But I can see what I can do. I might have to age restrict the stream just to play it safe. Because I am very paranoid when it comes to stuff like that. I've put a little too much of the past couple years into this channel to risk it being nuked. Ow. See, the thing is, I'm not gonna know what one it is unless I run into it, and, you know... This is basically just saying, don't suck at this game you've never played before. Like... Yeah, Doki Doki is technically a horror game. It's not exactly a Halloween-esque horror game, though. Would probably be pretty popular if I did play it. Because I'll see what I can do, AI. I could also see about that, Rand. I'm guessing the original one is just one titled Corpse Party. Oh, made an RPG Maker. Neat. I use that engine. I can literally tell it's RPG Maker from, like, the first screenshot. Is that a bad thing? I think I've used that engine just way too much. I just noticed my view counter isn't working right. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going. That is something I know how to fix, but I don't care. Alright. Ow. I might not have time to actually fully watch it. I'll try, like, skimming through it. Ow. Use that sniper as a shield. Darn it! That arrow spray has... The silver arrow spray has lost faith. Because we have a disconnect. Makes me sad. Darn it! Trying to be so sneaky and it's just not working. But I suppose that guy might have also been taking a drink, much like I just was. Darn it! I mean, it's partially because titles are hard. Like, you might not think that they'd be all that difficult, but you try thinking of like 100 or so different titles. It's very hard to do. And when you stream daily, it becomes harder and harder to think of unique titles. It was, but it's still fun. I don't mind. I don't mind having disconnects. I still did okay. Favorite food? Ooh, that would be a hard one. Closest food? That's probably my favorite. I mean, I'm kind of fat. I know it's kind of hard to tell because you're just seeing shoulders up. I'm kind of fat. Yeah, it'd be very hard to pick my favorite food. And yeah, Rule 34 is an interesting place AI. Yeah, the Hydra is a scary thing in your hands, Rand. You are in the category of good Hydras. I am still in that weird middle ground category of okay Hydras. I'm not good, I'm okay. I'm not terrible, I'm just okay. See, I mean, there is a Maple-related thing I would put in my, you know... Like, I don't have, like, a direct favorite. Like, that would be way too hard to get. Like, a perfect favorite. But Maple Bacon is definitely up there. It's just not an absolute favorite. I mean, I'd honestly say to use the Clash at some point, AI, because using it does help you fight it, if that makes any sense. Right Joy-Con feels like it's messing up a bit. I mean, Maple Bacon's definitely way up there with my favorite foods. Good ramen. I have to specify good ramen because, you know, just like any instant ramen, it's not good ramen. Some instant ramens are really good, though. They took way too long to throw that. Ow. That doesn't exactly sound like an E for everyone topic there, AI. Yeah, the GooTuber was lagging. Yeah, I mean, it's a question I'm not overly opposed to answering, just not in an E for everyone setting. Still trying to think of favorite foods. I mean, pizza has to be there. There's just so many ways of doing pizza. Some of which are completely awful, but some of them are really good. It's just one of those, like, omni foods that there is a pizza for everybody, basically. Fajita lasagna. That is a good thing. It's a thing that basically I ended up just following the recipe that Dan Nerdcubed gave out during one of his trucking streams. Well, trucking videos. It's basically take your fajita mix, put it in an oven, a bake tray. Like, you have to cook it a bit first, of course. Then, like, put your chicken, your whatever you want in your fajitas. Then you layer some taco shells over it, like soft shells, tortillas. Then more fajita. Then cheese. Lots of cheese. Then more tortillas. More cheese. Enough cheese to kill a horse. Like, you just keep layering it until you're out of ingredients, basically. And it's amazing. It is really good. There are a lot of really weird things that have shown up in my recommended section. The weirdest thing, though, would have to be, any of you remember about a year or so ago, I think it was more than that, when everyone was going on about the really weird crap on YouTube Kids? Yeah, for whatever reason, that stuff was being shoved into my recommendeds. And it still is occasionally, because it's still there. YouTube hasn't gotten rid of it. That stuff is still there. I report it every time I see it. Sushi is good. I don't think I'd rank it in my favorites, though, but I've never had, like, restaurant sushi. I've just had supermarket sushi, so that's probably why. Liver and onions. Those are also really good. That was a childhood favorite of mine. I can't eat as much of it as I used to be able to, though. Then again, I'm still not heavier than I was at my heaviest again, so there's that. Really need to start exercising more again, though. Lose my chub. I've never heard of that, Mar. I'll look that up now. This is the advantage of having a good computer. I can just do this. Oh, okay. I haven't even heard of that before. The, aubergine. There's so much food I've never heard of. I want to eat it all. That's the problem. That's partially why I'm overweight. I like eating food. Food is good. I mean, that looks good. Looks like it would be a pain to make, though. Like, I don't mind store-bought pizzas, but I prefer making my own pizzas. It just tastes so much better when you make your own. Especially because when you make your own, you can, you know, do the dough up however you like. And I honestly like using just bread dough for a pizza dough. It works so well, and it tastes so good. It smells really good when it's cooking. Like, it's just amazing. Pineapple sucks. Pineapple is awful, and I don't understand how anyone eats it. It tastes awful. If you like pineapple, that's fine. I just hate it. Okay, the webcam is tilted down far enough. There seems like too much space over my head. I'm probably just not sitting up enough. It's probably what it is. Yeah, I'm just not sitting up enough. Oh geez, 2 Dapples versus 2 Dooley Squelchers. The teams are almost identical, except for, like, they have a Squiffer instead of a Slosher. No idea. I've only had, like, just pineapple once. And I've only had pineapple Hawaiian pizza once. Past that, I've never had either of them again, because I did not like them. Ow. Technically, yes, but I slept through it. There actually has been some small earthquakes in Nova Scotia. Literally every year since we moved out of Digby, there's been an earthquake in Digby. People have been saying for a while now that a big one's coming, but they can't say when. It's coming, though. Be scared. A big earthquake's coming. Like, every year there's a news article of that, of like, might be. There's not gonna be. I'm firmly in that camp. But like I said, the one I distinctly remember that it hit where I live now, I slept through it. So, it was only like a light earthquake, which is why. Plus, I'm in a basement, so I imagine it would be much harder to detect an earthquake in a basement. Ow. %2 off, tying them. We did good, team. We did good. But they did better. I have not gotten to them yet. I apologize. I did, however, get to the video AI sent me even longer before that you sent me those. And I don't even know what I watched with that video AI. Why not? Let's see if I can still snipe. It's been a few days. That sounds dangerous, Mar. I'm just up here a little Nova Scotian. I don't deal with winds that often. Much less winds trying to kill me. Literally, that Category 2 that hit Nova Scotia a while back was, like, the roughest hurricane I've ever dealt with. Normally, they're only, like, Category 1s or tropical storms. So, like, I'm not good at that. I mean, I get that part, but, like, why? Also, I will note a few of their faces were really uncanny to me. I still don't know why I find a lot of male fursuit heads uncanny. They just are. Ow. So you wish you were the butt of a lot of jokes on the internet? There, Tran? Why are so many people super jumping to... And I mean, by technical definition, if you like, basically, if you like a character that is an anthro, even, you know, you don't have to be attracted to them, you just like that, you're technically a furry, by definition. So, I mean, the definition is very broad. Oh. And yeah, being a furry is fine, AI. I've mentioned many times before, I'm a furry. I'm also bi. Both of which are fine. I wouldn't know. I don't get involved with communities. Might be able to guess. I have literally created at this point. I'm not very good at that whole thing. I've never exactly been comfortable with communities, so that's kind of the thing. It's the problem with being so shy. And social anxiety. Ow. Hello, Nautilus. Also, Mara, I think I crushed you with my splash ball. Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's still just a case of, like, I get overwhelmed when I try to interact with you guys. Like, a good example of that would be the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream from a while back where I just had open voice chat with anyone who felt like joining. I legitimately was nearly dead exhausted by the end of that stream. Like... Also, for most of it, I was having a minor anxiety attack the entire time because I'm not good at directly interacting with people. I'm good when it's, you know, text to voice. Like if I'm texting someone and they're talking back, or if, you know, someone's texting me and I'm talking back. I'm good at that. I can manage that. I can't exactly manage, voice to voice that well. I mean, my day was pretty good until I started trying to get the stream started, then everything just started breaking on me. But that's pretty normal. Though I am doing better now, Nautilus. Bugger, I did not mean to fall down here. That's good to hear. I thought they had already killed me. They didn't need to do that. I did not know it was possible to get up here. Well, I suppose, yeah, you can get to there. Okay. Why did I forget that ramp existed? Because I don't play this map enough. What's more, I always follow the exact same path on this map anytime I play it. I will probably do the voice chat thing again. I just legitimately, I need days to get ready for it. Like, mentally prepare myself more than anything. Like, I plan on getting to the point where I basically do that for once a month, basically for probably the middle of the month trucking stream. That is my plan. Also, I have not seen Anissa, so I don't know if she is here or not. She might be here and is just not chatting. Who knows? I can't even see a view counter right now, so I mean, who knows? I mean, I could always just set up, also, to more or less limit the number of people, just set up a voice chat lobby that only supports up to a certain number of people. I do not play Fortnite. I do not like Battle Royales at all. Oh, excuse me. I know I would very likely be much more popular if I played Fortnite, but I refuse. I will never play Fortnite. I legitimately determined I would probably never play Fortnite after Robotic decided to give it a try and was basically verbally abused by people she was playing with. Like, she basically decided to... I've explained this before, but she basically decided to try Fortnite in the team game mode because it was her first time playing it. And basically, they were just constantly trashing her because it was her first time playing. Like, that community does not deserve attention. It doesn't deserve anything. Not until they clean themselves up. When you make the Overwatch community look good, you know you're a bad community. Like... And I know that could have just easily been a one-off thing, but where I've heard people mention that, yeah, that's just what happens, never play teams. Like, that's a problem. I mean, fair enough, AI. I'm rarely able to do much of anything during the times you stream. So, because usually around the time you're streaming is around the time either I'm just getting up, in which case I'm way too tired to do anything, or, like, Robotic and I will just be getting started chatting. Because her and I have rather weird sleep schedules. She also has a lot of friends she talks with, too. Yeah, the Splatoon community seems really nice. The fact I've been raided, what, like 20-odd times should say that. Like, it is a very nice community. Ow. Thing is, just, you know, it being a competitive community doesn't mean it should be garbage. Referring to Fortnite anyway. Same with Overwatch, really. Both of them, like, they really need to start working on having better communities. Especially Overwatch, because it was basically designed to be accessible. I don't think so, Nautilus. I can't remember the names of everyone who's raided me, though. I usually can't even remember their names until they show up, basically. Which sounds so mean. But, like, I'm terrible at remembering names, so... yeah. Ow. Like, even with an almost empty hard drive on my desktop, I still look at Destiny 2 and I'm like, that is a lot of hard drive space. For one game. If it didn't take up so much space, I would gladly play it, and then probably play it with you there, AI, but it's so big. It seems almost, like, needlessly big. Ow. Like, it's the same with, like, Red Dead 2. Like, that game is needlessly big, and they probably purposely left a lot of files uncompressed just to be like, hey, look how big our game file is. You basically need an extra hard drive just to install our game. Don't feel bad, Nautilus. Have a good night. Cause I mean, like, I don't have Steam open right now, but I think, like, Destiny 2 is, like, 120-ish gigs. Which is a lot of space. Like, that's basically a little over 1/10 of my hard drive for one game. True, but like, an example I could give is like Final Fantasy XIV, an MMO with a massive world to it, is like under 30 gigs of space. I don't play Final Fantasy XIV either. But, or like, as much as I don't much care for it, Borderlands 2. That has theoretically endless amounts of weapons. And is, you know, like, I think 35 gigs? Might even be less. Like, that's kind of my problem, is like, it's needlessly big. It feels like they just haven't compressed a lot of the files to make it look bigger. Ow. I don't know anything about Bungie. I was never an Xbox gamer. I know nothing about Bungie. Other than I think they're the people that made Halo. But that has to fall into the I think category, because I don't know for certainty. I can only assume. So they have beacons and no mains of sub-power-up. Oh, excuse me. I just ate not long ago. Ow. True, but Activision's games don't tend to be that big. Like, I'd honestly love to see the actual reason why their file size is so big. Ow. And see, I've never really played Halo either, so I mean... I wouldn't even know that. I've played 2 Halo games, 3 and Reach, and I wasn't the biggest fan of either of them. They just felt generic and boring to me. Which I know is like a sin to say, because they're such revered games. But they just felt dated for their time. Like, it feels like if they were made during, like, the N64 era, I would have loved them. But where they weren't, and they play like Perfect Dark, I'd much more rather just play Perfect Dark. I don't plan on it. The only time I'll probably ever play a Halo game again is Robotic is interested in playing them, so I'll probably co-op them with her. And maybe that'll change my experience, because I played them solo. Other than like a little bit I played co-op with my oldest brother, but not meaning to sound rude to him, but playing games with him can get kind of annoying. He probably has the same opinion of playing with me. So, we're brothers. That's just the opinion you tend to have of playing games with your brother. Both of my older brothers have this problem where if they didn't do the most, they get annoyed. Which is why, for a while, they were banned from playing games with each other. Because they would get into legitimate arguments, and apparently at a few points, actually threw punches. And then there's me, who just doesn't really care. I mean, yeah, it's really annoying when you're playing a game and you literally cannot do anything. Like, I don't know, let's take, like, Diablo 3, for example. Like, it is really annoying playing that game with a demon hunter as your partner. Like, someone else playing as a demon hunter. Because they will carry the mission, and there is nothing you can do about it. There is no way you're keeping up with them unless you're playing a demon hunter as well. In which case, you're both doing equal amounts of work, and you're both using identical equipment setups. Because there's no point to using anything else. And I don't tend to care about game visuals. Ow. I mean, legitimately, one of my favorite games of all time is still Uncharted Waters on the SNES. It is not a pretty game. It is a fun game. I love that game. It's not pretty. It has amazing music. Like, its soundtrack is just amazing. It's actually a port of an NES game. NES slash... I forget what it is. There was another early PC system that it was on. It's a boat game, so of course I'd love it, because I like boats. Those dapples are not very brave. I should at some point dig out my SNES emulator and stream some Uncharted Waters. It is not going to be a popular thing, and I already know that. I doubt many people even know what the game is. But I don't care. Same with like Heroes of Might and Magic 5. I really want to do that. I just need to reinstall it again. 'Cause I have discs. Man, remember when games came on discs? Even PC games? Leet! We had leet points. Bad joke is bad. 1337 is like the only leet speak I know from just looking at it. I mean, if I ever play the game, I'll probably hear it that way. Well, I say that. I played it a little bit, but I deleted it because it took up so much space. It's the same as, like, I really want to get back into playing World of Warships. But that game is, like, 70 gigs. Like, why? Why are they so big? Like, if I had the money to just get extra hard drives, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. But I don't have the money. And that's the problem. I just don't have the money for extra storage space. Oh yeah, AI, if you haven't already, your DMs on Discord will answer a question you had earlier. wonder if it's possible to shoot a sprinkler out of the air. If that is what you wish to call it, then sure. That E-liter is not having a good time, I don't think. I should really go back to practicing with weapons that I'm not great with. Ow. Just keeping an eye on my lamp. I don't trust how hot it gets. This is an old lamp. I doubt it was meant for light bulbs from the modern era that get as hot as they do. It gets super freaking hot. It gets lampshade. And I would take the shade off, but then everything gets too bright. Because the lamp is literally, like, it's just at... It's as far away from me as my knee is. Like... Yeah, the Uncharted Waters SNES main theme is so frickin' good. I have to use the washroom, and I'm tempted to put it on while I'm gone. So I'm gonna be backing out there, Mark. And anyone else who's in here. So I really have to use the washroom. I think this is the right one. Yes, it is. So I shall be back in a minute. appears to have switched tracks. It's now in the menu theme. Now I need to actually get the game's audio playing again. There we go. Ooh, Streamlabs looks... Yes, Streamlabs. Ugh. I am derping tonight. Game has such a good OST. Alright, tomorrow. What am I gonna use now, though? Nah, I should go back to an H3, though maybe not this one. I'll go with this one. Go with the Dolphin. Run speed might help it. I don't know. I gotta stop leaning in so my face is... The light is blocked by the microphone. Though it did just occur to me. Also Thursday. That reminds me of Cotton. It's 2 days off of being Cotton. But yeah, if I were to do an Uncharted Waters stream, probably the first hour to hour and a half of the stream would be nothing but me sailing back and forth between 2 ports selling things so I can buy boats. It's London and... oh god, what's the other port? It's straight south of London. Jeez, I forget what town it is. Alright, Mar. Have a good night. I also feel bad for these low levels. Though it appears there's at least 1 per team. Ow. Though I suppose the same could kind of be said if I were to stream Heroes of Might and Magic. There's not going to be a whole lot that happens, because there just isn't. They're not fast games. They take a while. We have beacons. Are they good? No. Well, they're better than nothing. But they're not good. Because there's no mains of sub power-up involved. There's definitely a couple subs, but there's no mains. Oh, but that was a kill, but it didn't play the sound! No! He died in 2 hits, and they were lagging. There we go! Ow. So bad at this. Though I don't think I'm doing horrible with the H3. I could definitely be doing better, that's for certain. I need to start finding abilities that are just, like, good, like, abilities for each weapon. Because that's along the lines of what I want to be pointing out in my Splatoon series, is, like, what abilities are good on what weapon, or at least what I would recommend. Oh, they're Tuesday, but late disconnected. No! I didn't get the kill sound! I didn't even get the splat, jeez. I get the feeling that Bach person is not actually a new player. Okay. Now I'll go back to sniping. I'll browse Imgur while I wait. What I should do is do my Azure Lane dailies, because I've not done those yet. I should do that. Come here, phone. Hopefully, yeah, 60% battery. That should be enough. Use my drink coaster as a heat sink. I might need to turn this down. Yes, I did. So how's anyone that's watching doing tonight? I can't see view counters. Indeed. Yeah, I've already decided what I'm going to stream tomorrow as well. Because Robotic's parents are out of town. She can actually be part of a stream for once. We're going to do Dauntless. Ow. Which will mean getting that set up. Which will probably involve the use of OBS sound capture. Yeah, that guy is definitely not a new player. That's a Smurf account. That's a Papa Smurf if I ever done seen one. How did that not kill? Damn it! Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't like having to have epic games just to play Dauntless. But I like Dauntless, so... And I played it before it was added to Epic Games, so... I'm literally a beta player. Like, I've been playing Dauntless that long. So, like, it's kind of understandable why I wouldn't want to, stop playing. Why did I collect that before I'm an idiot, that's why. Doing up Azure Lane dailies. Yeah, I would have liked it to stay its own standalone thing. What do you mean? Like, why I don't stream it? Mostly because I'm at the point of the game where the stream would just be me doing up my dailies, because I don't really have anything else to do. And, like, I need to know an event is coming before I could actually stream for the event. And more often than not, I don't know an event is coming until it happens. And then I have to not play it when I wake up, which is the hardest part. You play it yourself. Or, you know, browse the wiki, that's always an option. They have the girls by image, so I mean... Ow. Fair enough. I mainly do that as well. Like, Azure Lane is basically the only mobile game I play. At least actively play. I'll still poke at others because I'm in the vain hope that Azure Lane is not the only mobile game that is decently generous. Like, I might be asking too much. But, like, given the fact I've never had to spend money on Azure Lane. I did because I wanted to support the developers. Like, you know, that's a good game. Honestly, Azure Lane would probably work just fine on PC as well. They actually have a console game. I kind of want their console game. It's on the PS4. I want it, but I can't afford it. I don't even know if it's out in North America either. Yeah, you should always buy from the marketplace. It's cheaper. Valve still gets a cut, and you save money. I mean, I've bought things from the marketplace, but only marketplace. Valve's prices are just way too high. I'm not gonna pay $10 for something I could get for like 3 cents on the marketplace. Can't you also get the taunts on the marketplace, though? And I imagine they'd be cheaper there. And I mean, also, they're not useless. They're social status. Probably just more plentiful. Supply and demand. I mean, there's a... Oh, they had a disconnect. Well, I'm sniping anyway, so it's fine. It basically is probably a case of there were so many people that looked at Stranges and went, yeah, I'm gonna make thousands from these. That they basically ended up flooding the market and oversaturating it with them. Same with people, like, every time that we know a genuine's gonna happen. Like, people are going to, basically make extra Steam accounts to get extra genuines. And then the market's gonna get flooded with them. Come on, enemy team, don't lose faith. You can still play at a disconnected disadvantage. It's not that hard. I mean, you're not likely gonna win, but that's no reason to stop playing. Guys are boring. Ow. The Thing is, a lot of the times accounts don't tend to end up getting hacked. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad, it's just kind of the truth. And usually hacked goods are thrown onto the market. So, well, traded to an account and then thrown on the market. Don't care! Party all you want. I am here to play. Ow. Looks like the heavy splatling was still playing. Mine's only ever been hacked once. And nothing happened to it, because I caught it literally minutes after it happened. Because Valve was like, hey, did you log in from way over here? There's a good chance if you have SteamGuard that your email's been compromised. And that's the problem. Change the password of your email. Because they have no way of getting that code if they don't have access to your email. They could take guesses, but they only get 3 tries before Steam just locks your account. Like, I tend to rotate the password on my email around about every month. I'll rotate to a different password. Because if your email gets compromised, any account attached to it may as well also be compromised. Because, well, they have your email. They can change anything they might want. Alright, AI. No, 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 no. I will not die to a stingray. Not today. Chargers are so quick. Ah, jeez. I'm sorry if that's my fault. I did not mean for that to happen. Ow. Wow, I just noticed we have 3 identical sets of Splatoonies. 2 hero, 1 default. Which technically means 3 default. Ow. Ah, we did disconnect. Darn it. See, the problem if you were able to do that is, say, if you ran into a case like I just did, of my desktop suddenly died. That right there, if, say, my desktop was the only authorized machine, I wouldn't be able to do anything anymore. They need to have that backup through your email. Basically, them requesting that code every time you log in from a new machine, you know, thinking of Steam, is to confirm that it is you intentionally logging in. Like, Valve has thought of that. It's just, there are ways to get around it, which is the problem. Now, there are ways of having that code directly texted to you, which would, you know, give you some extra level of security. Alright, Joy-Con just disconnected and reconnected. Black Belly and Piranha. Sniping doesn't exactly work on those maps. Let's see. You know what? Dynamo time. Let's get all my dynamos together again. Let's get all the dynamos in a row. See, I don't have a phone that works like a phone, so I can't even do that. I have to rely on my email. Which is why I keep it as secure as I can. The most secure would be literally rotating my password twice a day kind of thing. But I don't have the patience for that. Nor the password memory for that. Luigi! What are you doing here? I'll leave that there. I think. I also spit. Yeah, we can. Oh, I think I'm done my Azure Lane dailies. I just look down and see mission complete. I think that was my 3rd hard mode. So that would be my 3 battles for the day, my 3 hard mode runs for the day, all in one. I've already built my 1 ship. So how bullet spongy do enemies get in Destiny 2? Like, does it get, like, the Division levels of bullet sponge, where, like, you shoot something about 80 million times in the head and it's barely hurt? Or do things, you know, not take 10 years to kill? Take that, Luigi! That's what you get! That's why Mario's better than you! He's not really, but let me have this. Ow. Fair enough. That's really close. Yeah. For a disconnect, that was really close. There's my 4 cubes for the day. How many cubes am I up to? Jeez. 58. Wait, dorm. I forgot to do dorm stuff. I need to feed my girls. The ironic part of that is once Robotic gets here, I'll probably end up cooking almost all of the food she eats. Get my 100 coins, because I already have this skin. And there we go. 36% battery left. Poor phone. I forgot to plug it in last night. Fair enough. So in other words, I'll probably end up playing a Warlock. Good. That was the best sprinkler I've ever thrown. Ow. did not flee the way I thought he was going to. Ow. Dynamo can be kind of painful to play sometimes. Jeez. This team is not exactly good at pushing forward. And that sniper's a coward. Hello, Luna. The Dynamo is so painful to use at times. I'm gonna grab a different Dynamo. I probably could have killed that E-Leader multiple times if it wasn't for forced vertical swing coming off of Booyah Bombs. It just takes so much longer, and it's too long. Eh. Vertical swing sucks and should have never been a thing. Rollers didn't need that. If they wanted them to still be as impressive and, you know, deadly as they were in the first game, just give them more range. Right there, the problem is solved. But nah. Gotta give them the vertical swing. Then gotta make it so the Booyah Bomb vertical swings when you drop from it. Because you jumped, apparently. Even though you don't jump to activate it. You just float up into the air. Fair enough. Little bits of chip damage, because that's all the Stingray is good for. Ow. It's so annoying to have to swing before I jump. Like, I lose so much momentum because of that. Like, I lose my swimming momentum and have to run off of just the little bit of run momentum I have. Take that, Reed! Oh, jeez. Hey, Splat's not bad. I should switch over to the other Dynamo, get them all together. So I think I'll only be streaming for about 5 more minutes. So I'll probably only go 1 more match. Because it's been about 2 hours, and I'm just... being frustrated earlier has made me just really tired. Fair enough. I need to get Cyber Sleuth on this desktop. I want to keep playing that. The Digimon Cyber Sleuth. It's really fun. I still have it on the laptop. I could just keep playing it there, but I have the desktop. It's better. I also really need to get to those tracks that Rand sent. I feel bad it's taking me this long to get to them. Like, it's been a few days. I feel bad when it takes me a while to get to anything you guys send me, because, like, I want to get to it immediately, but I'll get distracted doing things. Darn it! Oh, jeez, my leg. I was sitting on my left leg just a little too long. It did not wish to move. Ow. I did not jump, game. Why did you do vertical swing? Ow. Poor point gal. I've splatted them twice now. Oh, we had to disconnect again. Okay, that explains everything. And because this is ink armor and not a bubbler, it's not good enough to potentially carry us to a win anyway. That is the one thing that the first Splatoon definitely has up on the second. Is it is much more possible to actually win with a disconnect in the first game. Partially because you're given quick respawn. Like, one main of quick respawn on everybody. If once you have a disconnect. That's just always active. But also things like bubblers. Ow. But yeah, that's gonna be the final match for tonight. Because I'm tired. Being frustrated makes me tired. It's just a sign that my body does not like being frustrated. I'll also probably fight to get standard OBS set up for tomorrow so that the webcam is more in line with my actual voice. But with that, I would like to inform anyone that's new here, there is a Discord should you wish to join it. It's linked down in the description of YouTube in the info on Twitch. I will be streaming tomorrow. It will be Dauntless. Basically, if you don't know what Dauntless is, think Monster Hunter, but free to play. And not pay to win. I'm not saying Monster Hunter is pay to win, just free to play games have this bad rap for being pay to win. But yeah, with all that said, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully I shall see you tomorrow for some Dauntless action. See you all then.